My dad was born in Chihuahua and my mother was born in Juarez. My older brother was born in Juarez, Mexico. And from there they came to Los Angeles where my father's mother was living and some of his uncles. My father left at a very young age when I was in elementary. My mother only had $26 in her purse. Didn't know how to speak English. Didn't know how to drive. And sitting around wondering, what am I going to do with my mother by herself and 4 kids? And she was my hero because all I wanted to do is not disappoint her. My mother always kept us well together and gave us a goal that we were going to do something outside of our environment, and where we were wasn't going to be our final status. My sister, night and day, just studying and reading books and trying to get good grades because all her goal was, we can't live here anymore. And I'm like, why? I like it here. I love the environment I grew up in. It shaped us, it made us who we are. In the housing projects, as a little kid watching my older brother play street or tackle football in the housing projects on the grass with his friends. After he finished playing, I would ask him, can you teach me how to tackle somebody? And right outside in the evening, he was in the backyard teaching me how to tackle somebody from the waist down because I was too little. You know, that's my earliest memory of football. It was 2 brothers, Albert Woody Carrillo and Jesse Carrillo. They started the Lincoln Heights Youth Program. I went to play for them in Pee Wee's, and they would charge us $1. And my first year playing, I didn't have $1. And I kept telling Woody, which Albert Carrillo, I promise I'll pay you back. I never paid him back, I still owe him $1. I was very fortunate to have that experience to say, okay, no matter where I live, the guy that lives in the other neighborhood looks just like me and is going through the same thing, but those 2 men should be commended and to help many of us. And they would pick us up from the housing project from every neighborhood and take us home, and they preached about school. They were just good mentor to us as little kids when most of us didn't have fathers or mentors. My first job is my last year of playing college football. I was advised to start from the bottom. To learn everything, you got to start from the bottom. So I went to become a freshman assistant coach at my alma mater, Lincoln High School. And all my buddies would call me Triple A. And I would tell them, why do you call me Triple A? Because you're assistant to the assistant to the assistant coach. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew this is what I wanted to do. Rick Gamboa was at East LA College and came and saw how I was trying to help our kids get out and doing videotapes and marketing them. And he's like, hey, have you ever thought about coaching junior college? A good friend of mine called me right after Katrina to help him out at Texas College, Jerry Brown. Packed my bags up and went to East Texas and Tyler and helped Jay Brown win a championship for the first time in, I believe, 41 years. Right after the championship, Carl Farrell called me and says, I'm going to my alma mater in New Mexico Highlands, and would you come and help me? And I'm like, I just won the championship. He's like, but I'm asking you to come and help me. He wasn't well, he had cancer, so I knew the situation I was getting in, so when I went to help him, he wasn't able to continue to do his duties, so I was the offensive coordinator. I ended up being the head coach in New Mexico Highlands, and a great man called me following year named Dennis Erickson. And Dennis says, hey, I need you to come and help me at Arizona State. And I said, Coach, say no more, I'll be there tomorrow. 3rd year there, in 2011, we come here to University of Utah and play. And I see an old friend from when I was a kid named Jeff Rudy, who's our associate athletic director. And he's here with his kids. And he's like, oh, wow, I've seen what you've been doing. You need to come to Utah. I said, well, we'll talk after. As you can see, I'm very loyal to my friends. So after 2011, we got released, and Jeff was so kind to talk to Kyle Whittingham, and they offered me a position here, and I accepted it, and one of the best decisions I've ever made. I've been here 13 years. Well, I've always felt that people have helped me and guided me, and if I can go contribute and help them in return, and at the same time mentor and help younger people so that they can pass it on, I think that's what you're supposed to do in the coaching profession. You're supposed to leave a mark so that the next generation can learn from that and get better. But as far as helping, that's just my calling. I love helping people and putting a smile, and so that people can say, at one time, Pablo helped me.
What has Utah football meant to you?
It's meant everything to me. First of all, I'm honored to have such a great leader, and like Kyle Whittingham, because he leads in so many areas. And I've been here 13 years for a reason, because I love the people, I love our leadership. But the fact that every day I get to come in here and be with great coaching, great coaching staff, great faculty, and impact this community and help continue the tradition of this rich school, I'm honored. And I've had many opportunities to leave, and I'm still here. And I'm blessed, and I'm very thankful, especially for Kyle Whittingham taking a chance on me.